Alright, welcome to Sideboardmtg. And it's Sunday, Subscriber Sunday. We've got some decks posted by our community members, some community decks that we're going to have a lot of fun with, hopefully. We've got a Esper Surveil, we've got Bant tokens, and a Jun Explore list. Sounds like a pretty packed list there. So, hope you guys like tonight's show. And if you like the content in general, don't forget to subscribe. And then, if you want to stick around after this show, after we run these three decks, we're going to be running Rainbow Lich, which will be a lot of fun. So there'll be a quick break, and then we'll be playing some Rainbow Lich. So I hope you guys enjoy that. And as always, if you guys want to play any of these decks, check out my sponsors, manatraders, rental service, where you can rent and play with all the decks. So you just get to play with everything. That's what I do. I mean, come on. Anyway, let's get started here. All right, so we're actually starting with Bant tokens, not the Esper Surveil. I have the wrong deck up. How's everyone doing? Jank, hey Sideboard, can I just keep submitting the same list until I play it? Sure. I mean, if you keep submitting the same list, you may never actually get the votes, but yeah. I mean, I just pull from the I pull from what's hot that week. So let's clear some of this. Right. All right. Everything looks good, so we can close that out. Yeah, I just pull from I select top decks past week. And whatever's current, whatever people wanted to see that week, then that's what gets it. So, right, that's what you got to do. Apparently, that's what Rush and everyone else does. You know, you make friends in chat, and you're like, hey, yo, vote for my deck. I'll vote for yours. That sort of thing. I don't know. You guys are a community. You guys can figure out how you get your decks posted. Anyway, that's pretty much it. Randolph Graybeard, what's up? Be informed. Madness. Maybe do a random one. Well, originally I would do two that got voted and then one that I would just pick, like the one I wanted to see. And, or like the one I thought was maybe the best out of them, or whatever, like just whichever one I wanted to see. So, really showed no love to the mono green Explorer deck. Right? Well, hey, people don't want to see it, and that's the whole point of voting, you know, people don't want to see it. But what's up, Jan? Where's Raffy? I don't know. Jizza, what's up, Jizza? Magna Boy, get wrecked. Cravings, how you doing? No, I said hello to Marcus there, Tier 1 Jank. Love the pictures, Marcus. Marcus's Halloween costumes. Rush, Jareth. What else we got here? That's pretty much it right now. Alright, cool. Get your weight up. What's up, Aiden? You have a love for Explore. So, I'm loving Explore in the Golgari list, of course. My second favorite place to see the Explore decks is actually in Selesnya. There's a Selesnya mid-range with the Explore package in it, and it kind of goes into Angels, and you know, really cool deck. And then, I guess my third would be Red-Green. I'm not real fond of Jun right now. Spent a little bit of time this weekend helping Rush work on a Jun list, and I didn't like Jun colors in general right now because of the mana base, and it's mainly just because of the mana base. They have like a ton of amazing cards that I want to be playing with, but you can't consistently play them, and I think the loss in consistency alone makes, you know, just Jun probably a bad spot to be for the next couple months. So I think that as far as Jun colors go, we probably just need to, you know, put it on the back burner for a couple months. It's going to have its time. I mean, Rakdos is going to come out with some serious heavy hitters, and you know, and the Gruul deck's going to have some heavy hitters. And it's going to be good. So yeah, Bant tokens. Legion's Landing here. Saproling Migration. Sprouting Renewal, Sorcery Speed, you get to Convoke it, so it could just be a one mana spell to create a 2/2 green-white elf knight creature token with vigilance, or you could just pay 1 mana, destroy target artifact or enchantment. So not horrible. It kind of feels like a sideboard card, but it still makes an elf, so it's not dead in any matchup for real. Growing Rites of Itlamok. I secretly love this card, guys. Like, I never play with it, but I love this card. You get to tap this for 1 green. I mean, it's Sky's Cradle, man. I mean, it's just amazing. Tap this for 1 green for each creature you control. So, what's up, Albatross? Lee, what's up? We've got Release the Wind. Exile target non-land permanent for as long as that card remains exiled. Its owner may cast it without paying its owner's mana cost. So we can just blink things and then recast them. It's pretty good. Like, it really is. I've seen some tricks with this that just really scared me. Really, really did. And you can do things like mission briefing back into it. I mean, this deck looks like it's a little all over the place, but it looks really sweet. Being able to mission briefing back into, you know, a Sapperling migration or into a Sworn Companion or something like that, creating some tokens. And then, you know, and because most of the tokens production is on instants and sorceries like March of the Multitude, we've got Majari's Conjecture, which will allow us, you know, to get back something like, you know, mission briefing so that we can then play it on our sorcery. I mean, it's just a ton of value there. Shalai to protect everything, and because we're in, you know, Bant colors, we can actually pump our field. Murmuring Mystic, because we're creating tokens with, you know, instants and sorceries and things like that. Murmuring Mystic's going to be awesome. I really like this card. I think that there's room to play this card in some decks that I just don't. I think this is just underplayed. I think it's really, really powerful in the right decks. And I actually expect it to start showing up in a couple sideboards like the Is It Spells decks and Phoenix decks. I think this card would be wonderful there. And when their entire game plan is to kill your, you know, your Phoenix or something with a Lava Coil, and you throw down a 5 toughness dude, they're like, uh-oh. And you never have to tap it, so who cares about Seal Away, things like that. Great card. Tristani, Board in a Box, Anthem, all the good stuff. So Madness trades votes. He's very active in chat. Yeah, that's pretty much what it comes down to. I mean, you need to be active in chat and like. So I gotta ask one time, you know, how come a lot of the same people, you know, get their decks, you know, played and stuff like that? And it's because, you know, there's some people that are just really active on all the different parts of Sideboard MTG. I mean, Sideboard MTG's got, or the channel has, we have, you know, the Subscriber Sunday, we have the Reddit. You can actually post on the Reddit just to get on Subscriber Sunday, but you can actually post on the Reddit to, you know, get updates on your decks, get feedback on your decks, things like that. And a lot of people do that, and, you know, the people that are getting a lot of feedback and, you know, are talking with the people that are giving them feedback, they get a lot of hits on their decks, and they're more likely to be played. I actually like playing the decks that have been adjusted by the community. You see you see the builder, you know, comes back, posts a new link, say, okay, you know, I fixed it, now we're here. What do you guys think about this? And then people come back to that. And, you know, I really like playing those because, you know, you get to see a true community deck. It's a deck that has been tuned by the community and things like that. And I love playing those. So, moving on into the sideboard here, though, I got sidetracked. Essence Scatter, Negate, Cruel Harpooner, Crawl Harpooner. I'll go with Crawl. Crawl Harpooner. Just a flying kill spell. 3 of those. 3 Knight of Autumns. I love Knight of Autumn. I think this is a great card. Crafty Cut Purse. When it enters the battlefield, each token that would be created under its opponent's under an opponent's control this turn is created under your control instead. So I mean, you can like flash this in to like steal a Knight token off of a History of Analion for, or something of that nature. We've got Vivian Reed. This would also be amazing against like, you know, someone goes to March of the Multitudes and you flash this in response and they're like, what? Oh yeah, oh yeah. I hope it was a really big march, right? Shalai, Voice of Plenty. Awesome, just a great card. I do want to say though that when you steal tokens like this, if you look at Tristani, at the beginning of each player, each Each player gains control of all creatures they own. No one owns tokens, as far as I know, so you wouldn't actually be giving the tokens back. You can only own cards, not tokens. But yeah, we all have a collection of tokens, right? Anyway, that's the deck. We've got some Conclave Tribunals. I missed that in the main board, but by the way, what decks should you submit this time for next week? Simic counters, Mono Red Budget Burn, or Mardu Weenies, or rather you call it Weenies. All right, so Mardu Aggro, Simic counters, and Mono Red Budget Burn. I'm gonna say I want to see the Simic deck, but the Mardu deck would be sweet too. I don't know if we have the mana base for Mardu though, which kind of worries me a little bit. Maybe it's like mono white, splash red, splash black. I don't know. I still don't think we have a really good mana base for Mardu, but I'm not going to say that Mardu's like non-playable. The problem with Jund being playable is like most of the good cards you want are all like double green, double red, double black, and it doesn't have the mana base to support that. So I'm going to say the Mardu Weenies deck. I would like to see the Mardu Weenies deck now that I think of it. I would like to see your take on Mardu with our current mana situation. So 3-color aggro looks ambitious. Yeah, that's what we do here, Jan. We get ambitious. If it's tribal, it's slightly easier, right? Because you got 4 multicolor lands. So yeah, I mean, tribal could be definitely be a thing. Let's get into some gameplay. We need to get these games played so that we can move on to Rainbow Lich. So let's do some Bant tokens against Mr. Aw, somebody got a seat, man. All right, we're the kings of ambition, right? We're very ambitious around here. That's what we do. We get ambitious. We take chances. It's easy to take chance when someone else is playing the deck. So you take a chance. You see if it works, and if it doesn't work, then you know. That's like Jizza. Jizza stream sniped me, everyone. All right. We got stream sniped by Jizza. There's no hiding that. Wonder who our opponent is. SDGZA. I wonder who that could be. You got a good deck, Jizz? We doing this. He's going to turn off YouTube. All right. All right, let's do it. Okay, well, we can get started at least. I mean, we're at our... Alright, this doesn't look like the most wonderful hand in the world. I mean, we can get started with the Legion's Landing. I'm gonna keep. I'm not gonna put Jizza on being like the mono red player, so I think we might have a little bit of time. Oh yeah, that's what I'm talking about. All right, I'm gonna pay the life. We're gonna get down our Legion's Landing. Alright, well, let's just go Memorial here. Swing for 1 and pass. If we get to connect one more time with this vampire, it paid for its entry. Just sniped Eric. You went too far. You went way too far, Marcus. Oh my goodness. This is a little brutal. Alright. Good old vampire paid for itself. Arc-Light Phoenix. Sweet. Okay. So I'm just going to convoke in our Conclave Tribunal. We got one of the Arclight Phoenixes down, so that's a good start. That's not bad either. I'm going to go ahead and just slam this Murmuring Mystic. Like, because it's an Arclight Phoenix deck, I'm not extremely worried about counters in game 1. Now, he might have some counter spells in game 2, but most of the Phoenix decks don't have counter spells in game 1. So, I think we're pretty safe to play out just about anything we really want to. And, we kind of need to, like, just start making action happen so that we can get value off of our majority conjectures. I mean, we can probably block... That's not cool. How do we do this, ladies and gentlemen? We need to be playing spells. We just blink this for a turn. Like, I mean, that's all it would do, is it would just blink it for this turn and you would be able to play it for free. Jeez. That's not cool. I mean, we wouldn't have been able to counter it or anything anyway. Man, blinking it seems really, really bad. Blink Conclave. Ah, okay. That's actually really, really good. I like it, ladies and gentlemen. I like it. That is 100% the way to get around this. Alright, so then we'll replay Conclave. We'll take out the Niv-Mizzet. And then... pass? Yeah, I think that's good. I didn't see that line. I'm gonna give it to stream on that one. Ken, what's up? All right, well, I think we're okay with just blocking. Like, I think we're gonna get to the point eventually where we have a ton more creatures than he does, unless he's got another, I don't know, something. I mean, we just keep our life total high so we can keep blocking. Rekindling Phoenix. Okay. That's a card. Let's see if we can find another land. We need to keep up. Yeah. Let's find another land. We'll make another blocker. Okay, Glacial Fortress. Another Murmuring Mystic wouldn't be bad. Alright, so I'll take the Glacial Fortress. We'll go in order here. Play Glacial Fortress. Pass? We'll take 3 here. No, I mean, wrong one. Wrong Phoenix! Gotta block the owl. The owl! Another Rekindling Phoenix. Okay. Well, that's not cool. Well, we could play Manjari's Conjecture and get something back. I think I just want to play Saproling Migration here. Yeah, we'll go this route. Alright, so... Alright, he does 3 damage to it. Wonder why we just do 3 damage. We will unwind the spell here, make another dude. We're going to untap... we need to untap 2 white sources. So white, white, white. There we go. We'll just untap all the white sources. Alright, well, block and block. After blockers, before damage, I'm going to go for green, green. So we'll convoke a couple here. Convoke for 5 is not bad. Ooh, that's pretty good. Alright, so I think we can swing with 3 creatures. 1, 2. I think if we're going to swing, we swing with... Yeah, let's swing with the Lifelinkers. We'll flip the Legion's Landing. This doesn't seem that bad. As far as second main phase, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So we're looking at, this is technically free to cast, so we go 1, alright, 5, so we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So we can go Legion's Landing, that'll make a dude. That'll be free to cast for our March of the Multitudes. So, yeah, I'm gonna go Legion's Landing, make another dude, and then Conjecture. We'll play Conjecture, get back an instant speed spell, and I'm actually just going to get back Multitudes, and at this point we're just going to race our opponent. He's got a radical idea. Alright, so he's replaying the radical idea. What decks do we have coming up? We've got Esper Surveil, and we've got a Jun Explore deck. Right? It's Golgari Red. We'll face it, it's just Golgari Red. Alright, so the opponent's only got 1 card in hand. He's only going to swing with the 1 Phoenix. I'll block. I think this is a fine time to just go ahead and fire off the March of the Multitudes. Now, this one's not as big. It's only for 4. But, you know, we get another flyer, that sort of thing. And then we'll draw, trigger our Majori's Conjecture. We only have the one sorcery in the graveyard. So we can go land... Cast the Saproling Migration. And then... we should be lethal next turn. No point in just like swinging on him right now. Considering we just have the lethal. Well, if it's not next turn, it'll be the turn directly after that. So, Radical Idea. Radical Idea. Like, because we're going to have just one super turn next turn. Yeah, I'm just going to take it. I mean, is there any point in taking it? Is there any point in not taking it? I'll take it. I don't think there's a way that he just kills me. Alright, so we're going to go end the turn. Alright, so everything's copied this turn. So we go... I need to save 5. Wait a minute. I want to do as much as possible this turn. Like, just put this game completely in the bag here. Just, like, guarantee that we win it. So I'm going to grab this other March of the Multitudes. And you'll notice that I left up... some white there. We're going to actually have to tap this a little bit interesting. We're going to leave up one Saproling. But we're going to go ahead, fire off this first March of the Multitudes. We're going to go pay green. And... so this will be pretty good, I think. We'll still have blockers because the Murmuring Mystic. Maybe not. Does he get through with enough? Let's leave up some birds. So we'll cast March of the Multitudes for 13. Copied twice, or copied. Now we will pay green, pay white, pay all of these. Yes, there were other lines that we could have taken to probably win this game, but this was the line I wanted to take. I mean, come on, this is game 1 of Subscriber Sunday. Let's do some crazy stuff, right? And doesn't matter. So then we'll copy it 27 twice. So we're gonna break magic right here. Here we go. What is even happening here? We're playing Bant tokens. There we go. 27 more. Alright, opponent. Can you kill us through our 4 blockers? I'm going to crash MTGO, right? How many of our birds can you blow up? He draws a card. Lightning strike on a bird. Okay. I mean, if he's got enough lightning strikes, then we're just dead. He attacks with everything. I'm going to go to blocks. Block Arclight. Block Arclight. maybe that's like not playing around something. So maybe we'll block another Phoenix, because if we get to our combat step, like, I don't think anything matters unless he's got a Pirate's Pillage or a Pirate's Fiery Cannonade, whatever it's called. Okay, well, we're gonna go to combat. Swing with everything. Are we dead? Wow. We broke MTGO, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, we gotta pick one of these. Okay. Yes, I missed. There's a punt there. I punted. Oh! He said, "Is that all you've got?" And minus 83 to the opponent. We're at 97. That's pretty sweet. Yeah, I know. I punted at the end. I was supposed to make another token and then the flip, but you know. Sorry. Didn't play that perfect magic. Okay. Wow, what a crazy game that was. I think Cruel Harpooner's pretty good. Crafty Cut Purse could be interesting. Like the turn that we kill a Phoenix or something, you also flash in a Crafty Cut Purse, and like you take the Phoenix token, and now they can't get Phoenix back. Like that could be cute. Shalai is not bad. You start putting pluses on Shalai. I think I want Vivian. I think I want Shalai. Maybe we don't want like Sworn Companion and Sprouting Renewal. Maybe we don't want that. Three other cards we don't really want. Kudos to Dragonlord. Whose deck is this? It's in the description box. I want to say it's Dragonlord's deck. Maybe we don't want the Unwind. I mean, I want Essence Scatter over the Unwind, because I'd rather counter the Phoenixes. I also think that we have to worry about cards like Fiery Cannonade coming out of the sideboard. So just having bigger, beefier bodies seems like that's going to be a thing. So when we do have to worry about that. Yeah, maybe we take out the Unwind for the Essence Scatter. And then we need to get rid of like 3 more cards. Maybe Ungrowing. So we'll take out the Itlamox. And Murmuring Mystic's like our best card here. Maybe I want to cut a March in the side. Release the Wind's okay. Yeah, I'm just going to take out a March. Wait, this is a 61 card deck? Well, then I get to leave a March in. Okay. Just checked, it is Dragonlord's deck. I thought it was. I wasn't 100%, but I was pretty sure it was Dragonlord's deck. You would love to use just any sweeper against it. Just please let me sweep this deck. Well, we're probably going to see a pretty sweet Fiery Cannonade from our opponent here. I'm going to keep. Release the... Don't you release it. You keep that win. Alright, well, I guess we just start with Sunpetal Grove. Any of them will produce white, which works with our top deck there of Legion's Landing. So we're going to be like playing a turn behind here. Well, maybe we Saproling Migration? I think so. Maybe we get a chance to... I should have swung. Yeah. If we lose by 1 point, that's what it was. 2 points. Yeah. It was a 2-point life swing. I should have took that. Rekindling Phoenix. Okay, well there's a Field of Ruin. So I could release the wind, the Phoenix. We could Cruel Harpooner it. Like, releasing the wind would just... It would just have Summoning Sickness next turn. I'm going to go to attacks. I'm going to go ahead and flip the Legion's Landing, which was the whole point anyway. I will release the wind, this Phoenix. Cancel that. Cancel that. I'm gonna let it hit. Maybe we should have. I needed the extra land to do this, so maybe I should have done this first. This is a 2-for-1. Like he's definitely going to be 2-for-1ing us here. And I think the way I played it was a little bit wrong. Like, I think I should have done this pre-combat. Just go ahead and fight it. Then he wouldn't have blocked. And then we get to release to win the token. So yeah, he gets to recast the token, but it's exiled. It's gone. Yeah, I needed to do that main phase. And then attack into the token, flip the land, and go from there. Arclight Phoenix for our opponent. Alright, so what do we need here? Shalai? I think so. I think we go Shalai. Can probably even swing in. Yeah. Go ahead and get a little damage in. We have our 6th land. He doesn't know that we have the 6th land to pump Shalai. Alright, I'm not gonna let him just shock Shalai here. So, like, he's gonna need to have a lava coil for Shalai. Like, I'm not letting him get away with just a simple shock. Radical idea, radical idea. Alright, there's a Conclave Tribunal. That's really, really sweet. I actually think we just let him know we have it. Don't pay for... He might have the negate here. Alright, we get the Arclight Phoenix. We'll go ahead and get in. What do you got, opponent? You have a bounce? Nope. Just casting the Radical Idea from the graveyard. Alright, Jizza, take 5. This puts us in a good spot to race. We need another attack with 89 tokens. Right. You're assuming that doesn't happen too often? Well, I mean, I took a couple turns off so that was my win con. Like, as soon as I see Majari Conjecture, I've been playing a lot of the Lich's Mastery deck, and I've learned that you can do some really, really broken stuff during that turn. And I actually chose to go that route of, hey, let's try to, have this super awesome turn. I kind of just want to play land tapped, and we're racing right now. One, two, three, four. Like, Like, we just have the game won if we just pass turn here and don't risk anything. I mean, I guess we can swing for 2, but if we don't risk anything here, we probably just have the game won. If he taps out, I'm doing it right now. He did not tap out. Alright, so he has an answer for the March of the Multitudes. No blocks. So he has to answer this March of the Multitudes. If he doesn't counter this, then he's probably dead. That's a Drake. You know what? Before he draws this card, I think this is as good of a chance as I'm going to get. Alright, so we're going to go March. We're going to play white, green, white, any color. And we're going to March for 4. If he has a counter, he has to fire it off now. Ionize. Okay. Well, that's not the most wonderful thing in the world. Arch of Araska. That's not... Yeah, that Ionize was in a really good spot for Jizza here. Okay, so we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 mana. Takes 6 for this, so we could technically do this. So we could go 1, 2, 3. Make a token and cast Chemister's Insight. I'm going to cast Chemister's Insight right now. Just so I have more information. Okay. No attacks. Radical idea. So now he can just start like firing off radical ideas. Beacon Bolt. Alright, well, I think we're just done here. Pay. We're dead. Like, I don't even know why I'm doing this, but we're dead. We're dead on board right now. Yeah. Yep. There we go. Beacon Bolt kills our flying blocker. And that's game. Alright. So, maybe we need negate over Release the Wind? I don't know. Release the Wind was kind of horrible for us to have to use it like that. I kind of wish we just had more Conclave Tribunals. Oh no, not Bacon Bolt. Right, Bacon Bolt. Do we make any changes? Like, Harpooner kills the Phoenix and stuff, but that's it. I don't know. I want to just run it back. Yeah, it does, Judy. It looks really, really good. Like, I like the idea of this tokens deck. There are a lot of good token strategies right now, and there's a lot of people out there that love to play tokens, so I'm sure that if you really like tokens, you could find a deck that would just, it would be competitive, you would get to play Magic with it. It'd be a lot of fun. So Beacon Bolt is something we need to worry about with our Murmuring Mystic, but I think I'm going to keep. Like, being able to stop a Drake or something like that, we'll be able to, you know, possibly anticipate for, you know, some more mana. We can start building our board. This should be okay. We have an answer for a Drake there. Really want to stop like something like a Goblin Chain Whirler, if that's a thing. Or not a Chain Whirler, but Goblin Electromancer, or pretty much anything that would allow him to really go off. We'll have to stop. Alright, so if he's going to pass the turn, I'm going to go ahead and anticipate here. And Temple Garden looks great. We need a white source, so I am going to take the Temple Garden. We'll go any order. Draw for the turn. We get a Plains. We only need 2 mana this turn, so I'm just going to leave up the Essence Scatter. And, you know, just bring in the Temple Garden tap. What a good song for round 3. You and your Dark Souls, man. Well, you and like half chat. Apparently, you guys really love some. I like some Dark Souls, but I couldn't tell you this song or that song was from Dark Souls. I think Sapperling Migration was a great card to hit here. I assume that we're just running into Ionize with anything else. So I'm just going to keep telegraphing that. Am I really down to 4 minutes? Jeez, we're going to have to play fast. I'm down to 5 minutes. He's got 16 minutes on clock. Jizza has been just destroying us on time. Let's try the Tristani. Alright, well, if he had a counter, I think we would have seen it there. Fiery Cannonade, just gonna hose us. A little hosing. A little hosing. Okay, well, alright. We do need some more blue mana so that we can cast some things, but we've got a catch-up spell here, so I'm not worried about like taking this turn off. I'm going to speed up. I'm going to play a little bit faster here, so Temple Garden, no. Beacon Bolt, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. No, so Beacon Bolt kills Murmuring Mystic. It's brutal. That's brutal. So we need to at least have enough mana that when we cast Murmuring Mystic, that the opponent doesn't, or Jizza doesn't get some value. Like, we need to at least be able to get some value when he Beacon Bolts it, so. I mean, this isn't horrible. It's not the greatest spell in the world, but it's not horrible. Rekindling Phoenix. Okay. Well, that's fine. Do we get the opportunity to resolve this? Or do we just get negated here? Alright, so March for 3. We resolved it. Conclave Tribunal on Phoenix. Swing and pass. That helps us with the life total a little bit. Chart of course. All right, so he's digging. He wants to find an answer here. I assume he's got plenty more fiery cannonades. We do have a creature in the graveyard, so Harpooner can fight a couple things. I would love to hit another blue source off the top. Oh, that'd be great. That is not a blue source. He's got 3 cards in hand. He's got some cards that can flash back. I am going to just go ahead and fight the Phoenix. Make him at least try to put some effort into, you know, getting the Phoenix back. So, yeah, he's probably at least got two more cannonades there, Alba. Like, I don't think Jizza would not play with cannonades. So, come on, blue source. Blue source. There's a blue source. All right. Well, we'll make him play a Beacon Bolt. just have a counter for this opponent. Huh? Ionize, alright. Okay, so we're setting up for, you know, a fairly big March of the Multitudes next turn. I would like to see him put a lot of effort into getting an Arclight Phoenix out. Radical idea. Alright, so this should be the start of his effort. He may even cast his Beacon Bolt on one of our Lifelinkers, which would be fine. There we go. There's the Beacon Bolt. And another Beacon Bolt. Okay, so he's going to have his Arclight Phoenix out. And it technically kill 4 guys. Because each of these guys would have been able to produce an extra one for... Oh, now I'm just playing that. Okay, well, he's got 1 card left in hand. We got the other Phoenix under a Conclave Tribunal. Radical idea by the opponent. We do need to start like closing this game out, but that was pretty good for us. Okay, hardcast Arclight Phoenix. Glacial Fortress, another blue source. That's not bad. I'll pass. 1 dude equals 2 dudes, so yeah, I know we got a clock, and that's why I wanna do it this way. Hopefully we don't run into a counter here. There's a Crackling Drake. I think I fire this off now. So blue. We'll go Graveyard. I don't want either of those lands. I want more action. We're going to go March of the Multitudes. Maybe I should have just countered it, but I'm going to go for March of the Multitudes play here. And we'll go March for 5. It's like WotC increase the risk and rewards equality, right? You take risk, you get more rewards. I don't know. Legion's Landing. Well, I'm gonna play that because we're attacking. He can block 2 things. He'll take 4. We'll make another token. I mean, the thing is if he turns anything sideways, there's a Beacon Bolt. Alright. Good old Bacon Bolt. Another Bacon Bolt. Alright, well, I'm going to make a dude. Mara. We lose 2 and we do 1. I don't think it's worth it. Not this turn. I think we set up for a bigger turn where we can actually get more damage through. So I mean, he can kill Amara here if he wants to Bacon Bolt and throw that at Amara. He does. All right. He's still in a position where he's going to have a hard time swinging. He is going to swing, though. Alright, so we'll make a token. Another Sun-Petaled Grove. Alright, I will attack here. So, this attack makes our attack next turn lethal if he doesn't have some way to kill our vampires. Or yeah, our vampires, soldiers, little lifelink guys. Fire Cannonade would be really good for him. There was no point in playing this land. Right. Bacon Bolt. Well, you could eat a... Oh, no, we got a... He got a Conclave Tribunal back. That was pretty good. So, does he have something here, or is he just giving up? Man, if Bacon Bolt could go to the face. Alright, so we're just going to swing. GG's from the opponent. GG's from Jizza. He'll probably be back in chat here very shortly. So you guys can let him know what you thought of his deck. And, oh man, he had a Niv-Mizzet. He drew that off the blink. Oh, man. Alright, so he drew Niv-Mizzet off the blink, which would have been just enough to allow him to start. Oh, he had nothing left in the graveyard that would... Oh, that's so brutal. Man. He hoped I would time out. Well, yeah. I'm sure he did. Man, that was fun. Bant tokens. Wow. Wow. Bant tokens. Dragonlord. I know you're not here in chat with us tonight, but, buddy, when you see this later because you find out that your deck got played, dude, awesome deck. Awesome, awesome deck. I think there's a couple spots in here you just really don't need, like the Sprouting Renewal, but what would you put in its place? Just like some more counter or something like that? All in all, deck looked really sweet, man. That was definitely a fun deck. So, Dragonlord, good job, man. Really, really sweet brew. Yeah, exactly what Kenneth just said. Really sweet brew. Okay, we're going to move on to Esper Surveil. Alright, so Esper Surveil is, oh Jesus, who made this deck? The link, it's in the description box. I can't remember who made the deck. It was Dragonlord, Rush, and one other. Justin Clay. Justin Clay made this deck. What's up, Justin? Justin, who made this deck? Justin Clay says Justin Clay made this deck. Could just said me. Yes, Justin Clay made this deck. That's right. Anyway, it's Esper. Alright, Esper, mid-range, Knights, Control, Surveil, make them discard. So we've got Adanto Vanguard, we've got Knights, we've got History of Benalia. Because we're in Esper, we get Knight of Malice and Knight of Grace. History of Benalia, just giving us even more Knights, making our Knights bigger. We've got Lyra Dawnbringers, we've got Doom Whispers, and Teferis. Justin, when I pulled the list, you actually had, the list was 13-card sideboard and a 62-card main board. 2 unexplained disappearances were what I assume probably belonged in the sideboard. But do you have something else that from the main board that was actually in the side? Anyway, we've got Vraska's Contempt and Thought Erasure and Disinformation Campaign to kind of, you know, help keep our board clean enough that we can, you know, attack through with Knights and things like that. We got Teferis to do all the things Teferi does, just win games. Doom Whisper, great card. So wasn't running a playset. Well, it had 3 in the main board, but it was a 62-card main board, and it only had 13 in the side. So I assumed that 2 cards from the main board probably belonged in the side. If we do get to looking in the side, we've got more of that, you know, that control type thing where we move into negates and duress, moment of craving. We can get into Settle the Wreckage. We can get into Eldest Reborns and Chromium if we really want to go into the control. So, oh, it was Contempt in the side. Contempt was in the side. Okay, keeping it nice and cheap in the main board when possible. All right. There we go. Contempt in the side. There we go. Okay. Anyway, that's the deck. Pretty straightforward. I mean, we want to, you know, disrupt their hand. We want to keep applying pressure to the battlefield, and we want to make sure that they don't like we have the better stuff. So let's see what happens. Yes, Thought Erasure and Disinformation Campaign gets very brutal as long as you don't run into Nullhide Ferox. That is correct. Alright, well, Davidtron David. Is that David Tron? Anyway, we're gonna join this game with David Tron and see what happens. Well, this looks perfectly fine. I might end up just trying to get this Knight of Grace down ASAP. I'm actually going to start out as, like, I'm a blue-white control deck. Kitesail freebooter, well, the cat's out of the bag now. So, does he take Disinformation Campaign? Does he, like, what does he take? Because we just Knight of Grace next turn anyway. And then try to play around like second Kitesail freebooter, I guess. Yeah, okay, so he takes Disinformation Campaign, which isn't that devastating. Oh, look what we found. So we'll go Knight of Grace. Now we got a 3-2 Knight of Grace. And that's game. He's a bulk mythic. All mythics are bulk mythics on MTG Arena. Until you only need like 3 more from the deck. Wow, so we could just play History here. But we could also just play Disinformation Campaign, which I really like. So if he counters this, then... Oh, and that's game. That's game. Well, good job, Justin. Your deck did really well. I like how it played, and let's get into another game with it. Alright. Okay. All cards are bulk cards when you rent from manatraders for $10 a month. Right. You just buy all the really cheap ones. So you spend like $5 to get all the commons and uncommons in the entire set for Magic Online. Now you don't even have to worry about getting those. And then you just pay your Netflix subscription or ManaTrader subscription, and you just get everything in standard. Yeah, I'm sure you're not going to be like renting 3 or 4 decks at a time, but you rent the deck you want to play, you hand it back in, you get another deck. It's stupid simple. It's great. If you do sign up for ManaTraders, though, as always, use the link in the description box below. Helps the channel out, and it lets them know, you know, that you're coming from Sideboardmtg, so they give me the credit, you know, which means they give me the money. That's what it means. Click the link if you sign up for ManaTraders. It doesn't cost you anything, and we got a coupon to save 15%. Why is there not a free Magic site? Because unsanctioned magic sites are bad for Wizards of the Coast. So, like, you basically don't want to get caught playing like X-Mage. Like, you can't stream unsanctioned games or unsupported games, and those games go against the rules and regulations of Wizards of the Coast. But yeah, there is a free, like, Arena is the free to play. Like, you can play Arena free. Like, I don't know if you'll ever get all the cards playing free, but you can play free. Looks like we got a Pirates deck here, or possibly some type of Wizards deck. I'm going to go ahead with the Knight of Grace again. Maybe the right call was to play Adonto Vanguard, but I'm just going to go with the Knight of Grace. Might see a Kitesail freebooter here. Curious Obsession. That's a card. Another Kitesail, or another Storm Tamer. Well, he will draw a card off of his Curious Obsession here. Albert T. Ross, hi, what's up? Because of capitalism, America. Because of capitalism. You're right. That's the exact answer. Because of capitalism. I don't know. I mean, you can't expect a company to want to do bad, right? Yeah, I don't catch all the chat. I'm sorry. Who did I miss? Who said something that I missed? Sean? Did Sean jump in and say hi? Hello, what's up, Sean? How are you? How do I think Rakdos Pirates might do? Gonna be a little bit hard on the mana as of right now, but all in all, Rakdos will be pretty sweet, I think. I think we thought Erasure here. As much as I want to just I kind of want a disinformation campaign. Let's do that. But do we ever get a chance to actually thought Erasure later if we do disinformation campaign? Like, do we have to just take the chance that we'll get more Surveil later down the road? I want to get him while he's tapped out. I want to know what he's got in his hand. I want to take it away from him. Right. Okay. So we can get rid of a counter, which means that we do get down the disinformation campaign next turn. I'm going to put that in the graveyard, considering we do not have the mana to cast it. Yeah, so he's basically a Wizards deck. Black, blue Wizards or Dimir Wizards. My problem with the Dimir Wizards deck is, like, where's your Tempest Gen? Like, what do you use instead of Tempest Gen if you're playing a Wizards deck? So he plays, what? Island? There's the Island. Swing Chart a Course, draw like 4 cards this turn? Seems like a thing. We all have our talents. Aw, thank you, Alba. See, I actually like Poisoner. I think Poisoner is wonderful. I really do. I don't think it's a Merfolk Trickster, but imagine all the tricks you could play with both. Alright, well, we're going to go for the disinformation campaign. Hopefully we'll get a land. It'll also give us a black permanent, which will turn on Knight of Grace. We need to hit like a swamp, or the effectiveness of a swamp. Something that produces black. That ain't it. They could use auras on Jin, but like, why would you play the Jin? I mean, you're already like hurting the Jin by playing cards like Watery Grave. Like, you do realize that in mono blue, the Jin cannot. In mono blue, the Jin can never be lower than like 3 converted mana, or a 3/4, unless somebody's cast something on it. In this, it could technically come out as a 0/4. See, he drew another one. He drawed another one. He drawed another one, y'all. He done drew him another one. Uh-oh. Oh, God. That's going to be a problem. That's going to be a problem. He still hasn't cast the Wizard's Retort. I mean, the Chart a Course. Oh, yeah, this is bad. Not good, not good. Ooh, sweet. So we kill this. This is what we kill. That's horrible. Well, I'd rather him draw 1 card he can't look at versus 1 of 3 cards he can look at. Because we got some pretty mean cards of our own. I don't want him to get any of them. But that's why I target this over the Iron Storm Tamer. Either way. And then we can't block, so might as well get sideways. Of course, we're losing this race. We'll be at 4 next turn if he doesn't play anything else. So, just got home from draft and turned in. It looks like deck 2. How did your deck run? It was okay, Dragonlord. Like, I mean, I think game 1 we barely killed our opponent. We put him in like negative 89 or 87, something like that. So, yeah, we barely killed him. But And then game 2 we lost, and then in game 3 we won again. So yeah, it was pretty sweet deck, Dragonlord. Like, I hope you go back and watch it, dude. There were a couple lines, and if it's your deck, you're gonna look at it. Yeah, we were at 97 life. He was at minus 83 or something. Yeah, it was great. I recommend that you go back and watch it. If you know the deck, you're going to like look at that and go, why didn't you take this line and this line? It was all because I was just setting up for this crazy Majority's Conjecture, multiple. Like, we on Conjari's Conjecture turn, on the same turn, we cast March of the Multitudes for 13 copied, and then for 27 copied. So yeah, it was pretty good. It was pretty good. Yeah, we're super alive here. You know, I'm just gonna cast into this Essence Scatter, and we'll go to game 2. I mean, he can let it resolve if he just wants to kite sell it. I mean, but it doesn't matter. He's just gonna like, if he doesn't want it to happen, then it's just not gonna happen. Period. So, all right. Yeah, you'll have to go back and watch it, dude. Your deck performed. You couldn't ask for a better performance on stream. Like, your deck may not always do that, but oh my goodness, it did it on stream, and that's what matters. Settle is not a great card here. Duress is actually really good, so is Moment of Craving. I like all of those. I like Negate. I don't think I'm going to try to get into this Disinformation Campaign battle with the opponent. I also don't think that I'm going to get into a Thought Erasure battle with the opponent. But maybe we should. Early Aggression is going to be absolutely wonderful. So I'm going to take out Doom Whisperer, because I think Doom Whisperer is going to be really slow, and if I'm going to go that slow, I want it to be Lyra or Teferi. I'm going to keep the bounce spells, because being able to bounce a creature that's got it's really cheap interaction, and we're playing against tempo. So if we can slow them down or make them have to recast something or something like that, then that's exactly what I want to do. So we'll keep the Thought Erasure and Unexplained Disappearance package in, bring in just more kill, more negates, and then just try to get up under the opponent and go from there. Yeah, I think that's about right. So alright, so we would love to play first. We don't have a white source. I think we lose this without a white source, so I'm going to mulligan. This is okay. We can keep. We've got a couple turns to draw some more land, so I'm actually going to hang on to that Lyra. I know we don't have a ton going on, and we're probably not going to duress till like turn 3. So I'm just going to get this Drowned Catacombs down, because I cannot guarantee that it's going to come down any other way. So we can either play like Chapel. Alright, there's a Mistcloak. Alright, well then I'm definitely going to duress this turn. So we'll go Plains, duress. See if we can get rid of something like a Curious Obsession or something like that. Games where they don't have Curious Obsession are a lot different from games where they do. So being able to snag this Curious Obsession here seems really, really good. Okay. Did Jizza ever show back up and stream after the game? He never came back. Oh. Stream, we hurt him that bad. Aw. We're sorry, Jizza. Drowned Catacombs not horrible. We know the opponent has Essence Scatter, so he played the other island. He played a Siren Storm Tamer. So I think that I just want to get down this Knight of Grace while we can, getting it under this Essence Scatter seems great. Now it doesn't really matter which of the lands I play, because either one will come in untapped next turn. So I'm just going to go ahead and play the tapped one. I guess that actually is the better land to play, because it comes in tapped, and then we can ensure that our turn 4 doesn't come in tapped if we need it to. Yeah, Curious Obsession's a wonderful card. Like, I've played a ton of mono blue. I love mono blue. I think it's one of the better top tier decks. Like, it's my rogue deck of choice right now, and I definitely put it at a really good rogue deck. Oh man, do we just get to take something from the opponent here? Let's Thought Erasure. We'll go blue or black. And I think we just want to stop anything that would stop what we've got going on. So I'm actually just going to take, like, we could take Night Veil Sprite or Essence Scatter. I think we just take the Essence Scatter. Oh yeah, we'll leave that on top. We should probably actually put it in the graveyard and go for a creature ASAP. I mean a land ASAP to get this Lyra down. But the Knight of Grace will actually mean that we're pushing 6 points, or Knight of Malice will mean that we're pushing 6 points of damage per turn, which will be really, really sweet for us. So, not paying the life for the Watery Grave. Alright, so he's going to play the Warkite Marauder. Wing Skirt of Warkite Marauder. We'll play our Knight. Swing 3. So, I mean, we're definitely in a racing position here. Why didn't he sack the Storm Tamer? What, to keep me from Thought Seizing him? I guess he just wasn't worried about anything in his hand. It was worth it more to keep a beater on the battlefield and try to close this game out. Keeping a protector for, a future card that you need to protect. It's also really good. So now he's drawing cards, which is great for him. But he's doing 5 points of damage. We're doing 6. Although we're behind on the swing. That's not bad. That's not bad. So we'll go in for 6 points here. I'm going to play the Lyra. We will not get to be doing the blocking duty next turn, but if we can get this Lyra down and swing next turn, we're actually threatening lethal on the crackback. So hopefully he just doesn't have a bounce for Lyra. So I assume that he knocks Lyra out of the air here. Yeah, I mean, why would you not? Why would you do anything else, right? Well, if he's got a Night Veil Sprite that he can play as a blocker. But unfortunately, if he doesn't have a way to actually get rid of Lyra, then it's not going to be enough, because we're going to gain enough life. Like, he needs to actually have an answer for Lyra. I think we win right here. Playing Teferi and bouncing this doesn't work because he sacks Siren Storm Tamer. We just want to swing with what we've got, and then we're lethal next turn. We can still play Teferi though. Alright, well, I mean, we got around him not having like a Merfolk Trickster or something like that. We're back at 10 points of life. I will play out the Teferi here. I mean, what's the worst that happened? He actually turns creatures towards Teferi and not our face. I don't think he can get away with that. I'm just going to draw a card. Alright. So we got some pretty good catch-ups here. Alright, well, here we go. Also, do I think I should make Tecatli a Danto in this deck? Or trade Tecatli for, or so take the Dantos out for the Tecatlis? Why not Knight of Grace? Or Knight of Malice? Why wouldn't you take Knight of Malice out for it? I'm just curious. Like, why wouldn't you run Knight of Grace to stop all, like, the black removal and everything? You know, you can't, you know, Chupacabra and stuff like that. Like, you don't, do you really need Knight of Malice? That would be my first, the first card I would look at would be Knight of Malice. Out of the three of Adanto, Knight of Grace, and Knight of Malice. The first card I would look at removing would be Knight of Malice. So. Yeah, the second place deck from this last weekend was exactly that. Alright, so all of our threats are lethal. He... I want to get him to sack this Iron Storm Tamer. And then I'm going to do, like, mean things. But he's got to stop all of our current threats. Well, instant speed bounce spells are pretty rare for most of these tempo decks. But I ran Blink of an Eye in mine for a little while, and it was fine. So, what does he do about... Oh. Well, that's cute. Okay. Okay, guys, you're going to go try the streaming software again. We'll catch up in a bit. What streaming software are you playing around with, Tyr? Or Marcus? I'm having a hard time streaming on Twitch lately. I've been trying to stream on Twitch, and Twitch is just so laggy. Oh, it's horrible. Like, it's one thing to just be streaming to, ingest servers and things like that, but Twitch is just so laggy. Why did I take out that History of Anaya? I don't remember why I did that. I'd rather take out Thought Erasure than a History of Anaya. Okay. At least, but then it wouldn't stop recording when you was done. Sometimes you actually have to hit the stop recording button twice on OBS. It's like it sticks. So check that out. So just when you click it, just click stop recording again. We can Watery Grave and we can Duress. I can just turn one Duress. I don't like the hand. I mean, I would not keep this hand if I didn't have a couple answers for the turn 2. Curious Obsession. But we do. So I'm going to. Aye. Right. Alright, opponent. Yeah, I'm going to pay the life. I'm going to pay the life. Essence Scattered, Warkite Marauder, 4 lands. Right. Right. Good hand, opponent. You was trying Streamlabs, but you're waiting on YouTube to verify you to stream, so you're just going to do a recording tonight. What do you mean by YouTube to verify you to stream? You've got to do that? I mean, it's been a long time since I've not streamed, so, They make you verify to stream. I figured you would just take your stream key, punch it into Streamlabs, and then just hit start. Like, you don't have, like, that's all you need is your stream key and punch it into your. Like, I'm pretty sure that's all you need. Oh yeah, we need some white mana. So do we think he drew a land? Like, is that what he drew? He just drew a land. I don't want to draw a land. I can't add anything to the board, so I'm going to hope that he did not draw a land. He did not! We get to take a Syncopate away from him. We put a negate on top of the library. I think I have to put that in the graveyard and shoot for some white mana. I don't think anything other than, like, white mana helps us out. Find out and then surveil. Right? Find out and surveil. Oh, no! No. Alright, so he drew a Curious Obsession, which means he's going to get to, you know, draw yet another card and hit us for 3. This is not exactly where I want to be. But we can get rid of the Curious Obsession. However, he is going to have that other card that we just don't know about. So he's got 2 cards that we know about. Hey, there's a white source. Well, unfortunately, we can't play what we want to play right now. So I'm going to... Man, did we give him a chance to get something like a dive down? I'm just going to do it now. Watery Grave? Do we want that? I don't think so. I think the only other land I want is another white source. And then we can start, you know, history into whatever. So if he just Warkite Marauders here, which is fine. Plays land. Alright, so we know he's got a swamp and 2 others. There we go. Glacial Fortress. Let's see if we can resolve the Ribbon. This will really help us put a threat on the opponent. At least this deck Justin made seems decent. Not a great showing here, but you think the pieces make for a decent list. Probably a great F&M deck at worst. Oh, I 100% believe this would be a great F&M deck. And that's probably what it is. Like, this may be Gabriel's deck. Justin's son, Gabriel. It may be his deck or something like that. Alright, well. He did not play the Swamp, so we know he still has 1 other land in his hand. As much as I want to play Teferi, like, I would almost play Teferi and, like, bounce my own History of Anaya, but I'm not going to do that. Yeah, I kind of just want to play Teferi and Uptick. We may not resolve this, but I think it's worth it to try. We resolved it. What are you playing over there, opponent? If we're resolving everything, like, what the heck are you playing? It's just been one that's been in your brain at night. That's right, you work night shifts, so sit around and just brew decks. You filled something out on YouTube to stream that they say takes 24 hours. You thought it was the stream key you were waiting for. If you have a stream key, then, like, so you pull up your dashboard and at the bottom there'll be a stream key and a link to your ingest server. It'll either give you, you know, like primary 1, primary 2, or primary 3, which doesn't make sense. It should be like primary, secondary, tertiary, but whatever. You'll get the primary ingest servers, or you'll get backup ingest servers, and from there you can just you should just be able to stream straight to YouTube. I mean, if you may not be able to stream until you've posted so many videos. There may be something along those lines, but all right. Let's look at another card. More isolated chapels. We're definitely swinging for 8 here. Oh, does the opponent... The opponent has a Merfolk, a Trickster. Okay. I think this is as good a time as any to get rid of the Warkite Marauder. So he taps down one of our knights. The other knight says, I don't care. Another line there where we actually just played the Adanto, untapped 2 lands at end of turn, and then killed the Warkite Marauder. It's probably a more aggressive line. I probably should have taken it. So you're about to stream some pizza into your face, just a stream of it, right? Just pizza, pizza, pizza. I got you. There we go. All right. Well, pretty sweet list there. The Esper Surveil. Justin, we actually played 2 games with it. We made the first guy just scoop because we top decked the card he took away from us, and then the second one we got into a nice little fight there, and it looks like your deck come out on top. So sweet brew. I like it. I think if you're in a format, or if you're in an area where there's a lot of people playing mono green, and from what I understand, there's a lot of local gaming stores where people still play a lot of mono green, and I think disinformation campaign would probably be bad there. But other than that, yeah, I mean, you always get to take a peek with Thought Seizure or Thought Erasure, and then kind of go from there. So, what's up, Poopy? How you doing, man? Do yourself a favor when you get a chance, Poopy. Go back and watch Match 1, Game 1, Deck 1. Craziness, man. Almost broke Magic Online. Anyway, pretty sweet deck. We're going to move on. Alright, moving on to Jun Explore. Okay. As far as all the cards picked to be in this deck, I love them. I love every one of them. I think that they're wonderful, and I think that these are the exact cards that you could use to really wreck some people. Personally, I think probably one of these finds here should probably just be the 4th Chupacabra. But, you know, other than that, the deck is got all the things that you want, like Seeker Squire, Merfolk Branchwalkers, Wild Growth Walkers, Jade Light Rangers, Vraska's Contempts, Vraska Golgari Queen. We've got Fine Brokers to get things back from the graveyard, Carnage Tyrants to just be monstrous. We've got Ravenous Chupacabras, you know, really help out with those mid-game grinds and things like that, getting them back with your Fine Brokers. Vraska's Contempts to just be done with certain things. Because we're in red, we've got access to Banefire and Rekindling Phoenix. We've got Find against the control decks. We got Finale against the aggressive decks, making our Carnage Tyrant bigger than a Golgari's Carnage Tyrant. And then, you know, we've got a 9/8 swinging through their 7/6. You've got all of the cards you really want to be playing with, right? The construction of the deck is not what bothers me. What bothers me is the fact that there are not enough split lands, dual lands in the format right now to be able to fix our current scenario. Now, if you guys remember the little chart we had that was, told us how many of a particular mana color you needed to be able to consistently cast something on a particular turn, you know that double mana on turn 4 requires 16 of that color. Alright, so we need 16 green, 16 black, 16 red if we want to consistently cast any of this, right? Well, the problem with that is when you get to counting all the mana sources, there's not 16 of anything. So you can't consistently cast any of your 4-drops. which also means that since there's not enough to have double green on turn 4, that also means that there's not enough to have double green on turn 3 consistently. So you're not going to actually be able to cast anything in this deck with any type of consistency unless you're just hitting the most luck sack of draws coming off of your Merfolk Branchwalkers and things like that. Like, you're going to need a serious amount of luck. That being said, if you're going to get lucky, this is a good deck to do it with, because everything that you are going to have is going to be very powerful. Nothing in the deck is really game ending, so it's kind of one of those long, I'm going to grind this out sort of thing. And James, I think that's what I said, buddy. I know you typed it in there, but I think that's what I was talking about. Was you need 16. You need, I think, 14 to be able to cast Carnage Tyrant on turn 6. And I think I forget how many you need to be able to cast Jade Light Ranger, but it may be 17 or 18. So you just don't have the mana base. And that alone would push me off of putting red in this deck whatsoever. It's probably why there's no red in any of the Golgari decks right now. Just because the mana base is like it's too taxed with cards like Fine Broker, and you really want to be casting Fine Broker. Other than that, though, deck's really sweet. You know, you've got cards like Angrath, you've got Direfleet Daredevil. This is amazing against the decks that have like Lava Coil, because most of the Lava Coil decks have something that they're weak to the Lava Coiled. So 18 for Jade Light. You typed it before I said it. Okay, well, my bad. I was on a rant. So you're good with a win and or a tilt. You're easy to please. Well, Rush has put a lot of work into trying to make this deck really good, and I just hate to say that. I just think that the mana base is making everything kind of in vain. So, you know, you're just kind of starting out like you've got a lame horse and you're trying to teach it to trot, you know. So, you know, just go ahead and shoot it and get a new colt. Let's move on. And some of you did not like that analogy. Some of you are going ham over that analogy right now. So just in case it happens to be unnoticed thing, so far Blood Sun makes all lands come into play untapped. Yes, because they lose all abilities, and the ability to come in tapped is a thing. So yeah. When's the next block come out? You're ready for Simic already? Well, we would be able to get to a Fine Broker. We can cast the Ravenous Chupacabra. We have 2 completely dead cards in the hand, which makes the hand really weak. I'm going to mulligan. Now we're not going to cast anything. Okay. This is what we keep. I will keep that on top as well. I don't think that the first hand was like a winner. We don't know what was beyond it, so it could have been great, but we just don't know. All 3 decks are super sweet tonight. Way to go, fellas. Thanks, Kenneth. They love you for that. You know they do. Alright. Let's see how this Seeker Squire... Like, what does it get us? We can cast that. I'm going to leave that on top. Our opponent can know we've got it. That's fine. He's still got to deal with it. Still leave a champion. Sure. We could just Banefire it. Swing into it and Banefire it. But what? What? Well, you're not going to get some opponent. Alright. I mean, we wasn't blocking, so might as well get in there. Hollow Nice. I think that right now it's worth it to just wait on all of the non-gilded wedges and things. Like, just leave Simic alone right now. Just leave. Like, I originally wanted to play more of that stuff. Leave this gruel crap alone right now. Yes, you might have a really nice deck that can do some really nice things, but for the most part, I think that you just don't want, gruel. You don't want Jun. You don't want Simic right now. I mean, even though the Merfolk deck's actually really sweet because it's tribal and it can get away with it because you've got the other lands that'll produce anything, but I think that you should just wait, period, on seeing the next set. So I know you guys are talking about wait in a different way, but still, when the gruel lands come out, you don't have to play cards like Timber Gorge and stuff like that. It'll be much better. Hopefully he doesn't have like a Monster Soar to charge in here at Vraska. No Monster Soar. If he does have a Monster Soar, he couldn't cast it because his Timberlord just come in tapped. And if you had a Monster Soar right now, you'd pay 2 life to bring that in on this Vraska. You'd just be like, bam! Get in that Vraska! I ain't scared. Vraska down! I would love to hit another red. Oh! Banefire for one. Getting me. You got me, opponent. You got a Lava Coil for this too? Nope, just a Drover the Mighty. Well, that was a pretty good top deck, ladies and gentlemen. Remember what I said, sometimes it'll run hot. When it does, it'll be good. If you think it's weird that everybody realizes New Vraska was overrated and stopped playing her, but with the rise of Tecatli, it doesn't seem that she's made much of a comeback. Great inclusion here. I think with the rise of Tecatli, you actually need more of the Vraskas. I 100% think that just the rise in Tecatli alone has warped those decks a little bit on its own. Just man, if he has shock, this would be bad. But I'm going to block. He doesn't make this swing if he doesn't have shock, does he? Like, he has to have this. Like, you don't swing that without shock. Otherwise, you're just giving away your dinosaur. Commune. Alright. Yeah, I like having some Golgari Queens in the decks. If nothing else, she's a 4-mana Abrupt Decay, which is good enough for Standard. I mean, even if you lose her after that, she's a 4-mana Abrupt Decay. So, yeah, I'm good with it. I'm going to Banefire this thing. Swing 6. Yes, he gets to swing 6 back. Maybe that was wrong. Maybe I was just supposed to find Finale. Like, swing with the Phoenix and then Seeker. Yeah, that was the better play, wasn't it? Oh no, we take 9. Not the coolest thing in the world. Would have been lethal, though, if I hadn't have killed that. This may actually turn out to work in our favor. We're going to be at 3 here. So we'll put the opponent at 4. Now I'm going to cast Finale. So that'll wipe the board, and we get to keep a, you know, just a decent little blocker around. But if our opponent's got a Banefire, we're just dead. So, dead to Banefire. You wouldn't do more damage. Casting it, like, your dudes take -4/-4 as well, logical. Because, like... Well, I wasn't actually worried about him burning the token. I mean, we left two... we left a blocker back that would save us from a Regisaur Alpha, so we played around Regisaur Alpha by making the Seeker Squire big. The Seeker Squire wouldn't have been able to do damage that turn because it would have been a 0/1. Losing the Seeker Squire also put us out to, you know, dying to anything that could kill the token. I think it was safer to go that route. Probably should have did all of that the turn before, though. So, like, that's my big one. Instead of Bane firing, I should have done that the turn before. However, if I would have done that the turn before, then our opponent would have still had a 3/3 Dino on the battlefield here. So that would have been a little bit hard. So yeah, we ended up winning either way. I expect him to have some lava coils or something like that. I really like the first strike of Direfleet Daredevils. Assassin's Trophy might not be horrible. I think Eldritch Reborn's probably really good. This may be a Banefire game, but I don't think so. I'm going to try to use some of his removal, and I'm going to bring in the Direfleet Daredevils. I expect our opponent to have some removal. I'm going to cut on Rekindling Phoenix, even though it's like the strongest card in the matchup. Just, you know, having this reoccurring, you know, beater that is really hard for them to kill. It's a great blocker against, you know, Regisaurs, the tokens, all of that stuff. So, there are some days you really wish you could gift react me. Yeah. Okay. I think Carnage Tyrant wins this fight. I'll just take out a Squire. Yeah, I think I just bring in Carnage Tyrant here and some Direfleet Daredevils and hope that he's got good removal. Maybe he doesn't. Maybe he's got just crap for removal and our Direfleet Daredevils are just junk. But maybe he doesn't. This deck could probably use some number of lava coils, but most of the situations where you want lava coil, there's an opponent with lava coil, and you just like use Direfleet Daredevil and take theirs. Personally, I like Direfleet Daredevil the best against like the Drake decks because like just getting their draw spells, getting their kill spells, it's wonderful. The Merfolks are bad here. But out of all the colors that this deck does have, it's pretty heavy on green. So I'm going to take the chance on drawing the green. And we're just going to see if we can get into the Seeker Squire and go from here. Atlanta Elves. Oh man, we're just going to get hit by a turn 2 Still Leaf Champion. And it's just be over from there. We don't have a 1-drop, so we'll play our tapped Overgrown Tomb and pass. That kind of puts us into everything right now. Right, having 4 Phoenix when you don't plan on casting it on curve. Exactly, and that's exactly why I took one of them out. So, well, you can probably improve upon what we've currently got. Like, we've got a lot of basics in the deck, which I'm not, like, totally against basics, but I think you should probably run a set of all the split lands we currently have. It puts you a lot closer to consistency than you would be without it. So I think that we should be running full play sets of everything that's currently available to us. Now that's a Deathgorge Scavenger. That's survivable. We will be playing a Merfolk Branchwalker this coming turn because Branchwalker can actually get to a 3 power, not just a 2 power like the Seeker Squire, which means that if he swings with you know, Commune with Dinosaurs in the graveyard, then we'll actually be able to block him. So we need to hit a non-land off the top, or second card from the top, so that we can play the Merfolk Branchwalker. Yeah. Shadowed Caravel? Oh man, the Explore card. Oh dude, that card is actually so good. People do not think about it. Uh is is it a bad Magic card? Possibly not. I mean, it doesn't have evasion, but man, it just gets so big. And they have to deal with it. There's not a lot of artifact hate. Like, just, I mean, there is some artifact hate floating around, but not like a braid style. Like, everyone had a braids around. Now everyone's got. We'll just play the Dragon Skull Summit. We'll play Dragon Skull Summit. Come on. Come on. Play Dragon Skull Summit. Play Dragon Skull Summit. What is going on? I want to play the Dragon Skull Summit. There's nothing on the board saying I can't play. Come on. Come on. Come on. Ladies and gentlemen, I cannot put this Dragon Skull Summit onto the battlefield. You know what? Play Swamp. Play Swamp. Play Dragon Skull Summit. Play Swamp. Play Dragon Skull Summit. Play Merfolk Branchwalker. Pass priority. I don't know what's going on. I may be DCing here. Uh-oh. SpaghettiOs. So, yeah, I mean, with the button hidden or frozen right here, I think that I'm DCing. So, we'll come back, be in second main phase, and we'll play the Dragon Skull Summit. I can't see that we've actually DC'd. As far as connection to Magic Online goes, we can... Can we still search for cards? We can still search for Magic cards. Our game is still open. We can tap mana. I don't know what's going on. Okay. Alright. I'm just gonna concede the match and get into another match. I don't know what's going on there, and frankly it's not worth it to me to fight that. Oh no, now we can't hit play. Aww. Well. No, it wouldn't let me type either. I tried to type 111 in the chat, and it didn't work. The reason I use 111 is because that's on my button, on my mouse. I do everything with this, by the way, the Razor Naga, if you guys don't know it. Like, this is pass. Number 2 is pass turn. Pass priority, pass turn. Pass priority, pass turn. So, some of you guys may hear me click, 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 and that's what it is. Alright, so, won't let me hit play. We're gonna try to get into a game here against Tony Soprano. If we beat him, we're dead. MTGO's mad about that mana base. I think we all are. Like, Jun's one of, like, most of Magic's favorite color pies. Like, everyone loves Jun. Like, I love Jun. I think Jun is a wonderful the hell? I think Jun's a wonderful combination of colors. Oh my goodness, I have started like 5 games. Wow. Ladies and gentlemen, everything's catching up. Let me close some of these out. Wow. Apparently I opened up a ton of games. Crazy. We're going to play this one, though. This is going to be the one we play. Let me close out some of these other games. Yeah, I guess I'm just closing out all of these. Sorry, guys. If you're in these games with me, I did not mean to open up 20 matches. I know some of you are stream sniping like, we all got him! We all stream sniped him! Yes! Oh my goodness. Using cards like Cinder Barons. Do we keep this? Yeah, we keep this. You open up 20 copies. Oh, that's what you do, guys. This is how you feel good about yourself. You open up 15 different matches, and then you only keep and play the one that looks like it's a good opening hand. Okay. See, none of those were good. We want this one. We've got color. We've got everything else. We'll go Overgrown Tombs tap. Pick the best opening, right? There you go. You just open up 20 and then you just... Which one do we have the most likely chance of winning with? Yeah. Wow. Man, I need to do editing. We could win everything. Man, Sideboardmtg has never lost on stream. I think we play Merfolk Branchwalk because it's a more aggressive play. Rekindling Phoenix, we can leave that on top. Double Phoenix is great. It's kind of like one of the big things this deck really wants to do. So, well, the Punisher Burn deck is very, very mean. I mean, it requires something like Saffron Olive to make the deck like big, but it's pretty good. What do we do here? We offer the trade, right? I mean, he's Abzan Explorer. We're Jun. I think his mana base is better, considering you have the green-white. You have the only thing you're missing is the white-black. There we go. Nice little trade skis. We'll just slap down another Merfolk Branchwalker. Oh, J-Light Ranger. I want that. The magic of editing live streams. Oh, that's right. Well, see, the thing is I just never communicate with chat anymore, right? And I just, talk to you guys, but not actually directly answer anything in chat. And I pre-record it, right? And then when it comes time to go live, I just post the recording. You guys all think I'm here. I mean, I'm actually, somewhere else. But you guys get the recording. That's how that works. Let's go ahead and get in. Get a little punch for 3. It's not bad. Rekindling Phoenix. Now we'll make him maybe go through some effort to get rid of this Rekindling Phoenix. I assume that he's got, like, I don't know, I want to play around Settle, but I almost don't want to play around Settle. I don't know. Damned if you Mardu, damned if you don't. Right? Well, I mean, you were Mardu, and this is something different. I'm going to J-Light Ranger here. I will swing for 7 because I want to swing for more than... I wouldn't have played these lands anyway. Like, I just wanted to play enough to play J-Light and Seeker Squire. So I'm going to swing into the Settle. If he has Settled, then fine. But I want to swing into enough that if he has something like a Seal Away, we still get a little damage in. Assassin's Trophy? Yeah. I don't think we need more red. I don't think we need more green. I don't think we need more black. So I guess it doesn't matter. I'm going to go with another forest. So Assassin's Trophy wasn't very bad for us there. Our Jade Light did not get big at all. We'll go Seeker Squire. Like, as far as value time goes, like, as soon as you hit your mana base, and we do, we've got a great, like, right now, like, this game, we're just not going to have mana base problems. Maybe have flooding problems, but Golgari will feel like it's flooding if you're playing it, if you're having a good match, because you're going to hit your 6th drops, and all of that, and that's just a lot of people who play Golgari. They're like, man, this deck just floods all the time, and yeah, it does. It really does. It floods a lot, but that's not a problem. I would say that its consistency is going to be just horrible, right? Like, I just really do. I'll show it. Which article is that? Average of running white. Advantage of running white. Settle the wreckage, right? Or even making them think you're running Settle the Wreckage. I doubt that he's got mainboard Settle the Wreckages, but... Zach, thank you for subscribing. Thank you very much. I guess this is probably a really good time for me to say, if you haven't subscribed to the channel yet, you should probably consider subscribing to the channel. If you want to see your decks posted, make sure you guys, or say your decks played, make sure you post them over on the Reddit. Alright, so we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6... I think I just want to a Chupacabra. Yeah, we're just going to play Chupacabra. Kill the Bugler. Get in for as much as possible. And then second main phase, we'll play tapped land. Don't pay for it, and move on. Oh, the mana base article, awesome. You had trouble finding it on Reddit. Yeah, it was a really good article. I should do like a video just talking about that article. Like, that article was so good. I forget the guy who made the article, but man, he's credited on the article, of course. But man, he put in a lot of work, just a lot of work. All right, so what do we want here? I'm just gonna bring in 2 Eldest Reborn. It's probably Carnage Tyrant as well. I should probably bring in Carnage Tyrant over the Phoenix. Just give me a little more consistency. I don't plan on playing the Phoenix on curve anyway, so. Even as a mainly draft player, yeah, I think that like he put in enough work to that I trust the math and everything that he did. He showed all of his work. He showed the charts, the graphs and everything else. And if you really go look at it and you're like, okay, well, this is where he's coming from on it. Yeah, I mean this is the breakdown of a mana base. So there you go. Oh my goodness. What am I? I have no clue what you're talking about, Madness. I lost you on that one, Madness. I think Rush lost you too. And it's coming up on 9 o'clock. So after this game, we'll be jumping into a quick break, and then we'll hopefully by 9:30 we can be playing 5-color control Rainbow Lich. Ooh, it's gonna be a good one. Can't wait. Punt. What's the punt? Well, at least we have a red source. We need one more black source. We need one more green source. It's too good to not keep. At least we have a Seeker Squire that we can get down on 2 and try to get into a green source. The deck's got a lot of green, so we might just, top deck the green that we need, which is also the black that we need, and now we're rolling. 5 color, whatever. Oh yeah, the 7's right above them. You're off by a ton, like 2 keys. I guess you tried to type it out like that, maybe? The 7's supposed to be the T? Man, I mean, I tell you, when you're just this good, you're just this good. Just top deck everything that you need right off the top. Alright, well, we won't have mana problems in this match. Okay, we're going to have mana problems, as in having too much mana. Punt! What'd I do? How did I punt? How did I punt, Justin? Oh, punt, madness punt. At madness punt. Yeah, okay, I got you. Being his, this is Rush's deck, and he's trying to cast Phoenix consistent. And he isn't trying to cast Phoenix consistently either, and you was. Whatever. You don't care anymore. There you go. Just concede. You guys are confusing me. Alright, I'm done with chat. Bye, chat. No. Do I see Kenneth's question? For the 5-color Lich deck, am I running the most recent version? Yes. Even though I am a little bit sad that Thousand Year Storm's not a copy in the sideboard. You're really like, I watched a bunch of Ali and Trazi's versions of the deck, watched him playing it on Arena and stuff like that, and the deck looks really, really sweet. But I think that what's up, Gabriel? How you doing, buddy? That's Justin's boy, right? What's up, Gabriel? Anyway, I was watching Ali Antrazi's Ali Antrazi play his versions of the deck. He's got a couple different versions of the deck. All of them are really, really sweet. Can't swing in here, so we might as well just explore. I think we leave the Chupacabra on top. Gives us a body, and once that's done, we're looking at finding back into it. We get to contempt some stuff. I expect this deck to just be a good value deck, kind of like we are. So, but anyway, yeah, I watched some of his decks, and he's got a couple versions of it that had Thousand Year Storm in the sideboard. And I kind of think that the Thousand Year Storm versions of the deck are, for better or worse, like training wheels. Like, if you have this, you don't have to worry so much because you just get the Thousand Year Storm out, and then you cast like Discovery, then cast your one of your turn things, and you just take extra turns. You take extra turns and more and more and more turns. But all in all, I still like the deck. I really like it. I like the new version of it, but I wish it had Thousand Year Storm in it. I think that we can slow a lot down just by Ravenous Chupacabra here on the Militia Bugler. I wonder what he kept the one white the black white open for. He has a Tindershoot Dryad, which would be a little bit of a problem. Still no swings. Like, I'm guessing that we're just going to get to the plan where we want him to like flood the board, just go ahead, play a bunch of stuff, and then we will clean up from there. So no swings from the opponent. And this will put him at the City's Blessing. He's been blessed. Yeah, I'm going to do it on my turn because I don't want him to get another Sapperling. So we're just going to go ahead and exile that Sapperling. And pass the turn. So we've dealt with that. Now we basically just need him to commit to the board. Oh goodness. Nope, nope. Nope, you're out. Pass the turn, mate. Yeah, I didn't want him to get an extra Sapperling token. Just, that's all. J-Light. Alright. Well, I mean, he's committing a lot right here. We know he's got the cast down on top. He's trying to hang on to the cast down. It's all well and good. So, cast down on top of his library. I think I'm willing to lose anything he swings at me here with. What happens if we play Golgari Queen and tick up, right? He casts down on the Ravenous Chupacabra. We block. We take 1, 2, 3. He swings 1,000,000 at her, right? Of course, we could play Merfolk Branchwalker to help protect her. So he just cast downs on. Like, do we get everything out of his hand if we do that? Oh. I could just Branchwalker and then, like, Vraska's Contempt something. But I think this is the best use of our mana here. Don't be greedy. Yeah, right. Don't be greedy. I mean, we've got 3 cards in hand. He's got 3 cards in hand. Alright, so 3 to 4. Yeah, this is looking pretty good. Alright. I'm going to play the Vraska. I'm going to play the Merfolk Branchwalker. Probably going to sack a mountain. Let's Branchwalker. Okay, so that's probably a punt by not activating this before I actually put something else on the stack. I'm going to leave that on top. That seems perfect. Yeah, I'm going to sacrifice a mountain. I want to. Do I want to draw that right now, or I'm okay with just getting it later, right? I'm okay with just getting it later. I mean, that's fine for our turn, next turn. I mean, he still needs to cast this down, which I assume he does right now. I mean, there's no point wasting his mana. If he plans on killing this, he plans on killing it. So. Why is there a turtle in your army? Oh! Whatever, opponent. Whatever. The reason I got a forest here is so that if we do hit, like, I don't know, Find, and we get back J-Light and Branchwalker or something, like we can do both. I think you want to have 3 forest available. I think I'm just going to Find Broker back into Vraska. Like, it just seems good. Chupacabra, leaving up his cast down. So we know he's got a cast down, though. Alright. That's actually really good. That's really, really good. So yeah, Eldest Reborn here. We're starting that grind, that late game grind. Militia Bugler, not bad, not bad. What do you got, opponent? What do you reveal? Opponent's revealed cards. Militia Bugler. I'm gonna leave it like that. Okay, sacrifice or discard a card. Probably just discards cast down, right? Yeah, he did. He got rid of cast down. Okay. So land because we. Oh man, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Oh man, ain't that good? All right. I'm gonna play Golgari Feinbroker. Get back Varaska Golgari Queen. I am going to play Golgari Queen. Then we're gonna play +1 and actually get rid of the Feinbroker. Sweet. That's a Phoenix. We know he's got another Militia Bugler. That's fine, right? Like, that's fine. So, you know what, Gabriel? I love turtles. So, if you got a turtle in your army, it's okay. It's okay. Oh, I see why you're doing that. What? No, I wouldn't go for value. No way. Yes, this is supposed to, like, originally, like, I always, like, rename most of the decks, especially if they got anything inappropriate with them. I wanted to call this Golgari Red. I really wanted to call this deck Golgari Red. I just don't think it's got the mana base to, like, truly be, you know, a good Jund deck, but he's just swinging at me. Not even worried about Varaska Golgari Queen over here, just swinging at me. Okay. And he did not play a creature, so I'm going to get back the Golgari Feinbroker here. I wish the opponent had a Feinbroker, but he doesn't. So I'm going to get back mine. We'll get Feinbroker. Uh-oh. What do you got, opponent? That's why he didn't attack me. He's going to contempt our Varaska Golgari Queen. Okay. It's very contempting. I'm going to get back the Eldest Reborn. I'm going to pay 2 life. I'm going to play Eldest Reborn. Now that, like, he used a Varaska's Contempt, which I'm sure that the opponent doesn't have a ton of those cards in his deck, which makes me think that this Phoenix right here just wins the game from here forward, right? Like, yeah, like, I'm just going to slam this Phoenix, and this should just win the game. We should get there with this little loop we'll have going here. We do need to find a way to kill the Golgari Feinbroker, but I'm good. Chupe Chupe. Oh, Chupe Chupe. You like Chupe? I think Chupe is a good card. I said when that card first got spoiled that this card would affect Standard in some serious ways. Alright guys, 3 decks up, no losses. That's a good Subscriber Sunday. 0 losses this Subscriber Sunday. Your deck building's getting better, ladies and gentlemen. Or maybe I'm getting better at playing. Nah, it's probably good. It's got to be the deck build. Can't top deck if it's not in the deck. So, all in all, man, that was a really good Subscriber Sunday. So yeah, Dustin Hill, you may be onto something. Maybe an Abzan tokens list with Vraska and Midnight Reaper would be a nice value engine. Doesn't Midnight Reaper say non-token creature you control dies? Now I gotta look it up. I'll just type in Midnight. Midnight Reaper, whenever a non-token creature you control dies, so Midnight Reaper would not get anything off of the tokens. But other than that, you know, Midnight Reaper and Golgari Queen are pretty decent together. So, yeah, most of the time they limit these like really awesome spells by saying it has to be a non-token. Alright guys, so it's going to take me at least 20 minutes. Every time I've tried to do it in 15 minutes, I'm never get it up in time. It's going to take me at least 20 minutes to get the next stream up. All in all, I really like this deck. The deck was really sweet. I enjoyed the Esper Surveil deck that was almost Esper Knights. Esper mid-range or something like that. I really enjoyed it. The Bant tokens deck was probably my most fun. Like I had more fun trying to break MTGO, like getting to copy March of the Multitudes for 27 right after I just copied March of the Multitudes for 13 was a little bit of a highlight for me. I'm sorry, like this takes the cake for me. That was great. So if you didn't get a chance to watch a Game 1, Match 1, Deck 1, go back, do yourself a favor. Go back and watch like MTGO almost break. Anyway, had a lot of fun tonight. I hope you guys had fun. We're going to see you back here very shortly with Rainbow Lich. This is a Dev's deck. This is also an Ali Eldrazi deck. Dev did not hide the fact that he was just covering Ali Eldrazi's deck. But since Dev did do a deck tech on it, this deck also won the poll I did last week for the next tier 1 deck that we should run. And I will put out another poll. Or we'll just take the second place. I think the second place is like Jeskai or something. I wanted to run this earlier this week, but never really got around to it. Weekend happened, things happen. So anyway, we're going to be playing this in just a little while. Really crazy deck. If you haven't seen it played yet, then hopefully I'll be able to do some stuff for you guys. But it's a little bit of a crazy deck. It's a little bit difficult to pilot. So, I'm kind of in the air on that. I will say that this deck has been tuned for the player. There's other ways you can build this this Lich's Mastery Chance for Glory deck. For those of you that don't know, Lich's Mastery says, you can't lose the game, and Chance for Glory says take an extra turn. At the beginning of the step, end step, you lose the game. Well, if you can't lose the game, then you just take an extra turn, and then you bring it back with Majari Conjecture. And then you take an extra turn. You get another Majari Conjecture going. And then, like, you cast something like a Mastermind's Acquisition. And you go, like, rip a Nature Spiral out of the sideboard. And then you get back your Majari's Conjecture. And since, like, Majari's Conjecture went away that turn, you, like, copy it. And you get back 2 Majari's Conjectures. And then you repeat it. And then you just keep taking extra turns. Take all the turns, every turn. And it's wonderful if you can get it to go up. The deck is really, really sweet. And from what I can tell with my playtesting and stuff, it's a little hard to pilot, but once you really kind of, start being able to see the lines, for those of you that maybe you played chess before, you'll start learning certain strategies and stuff, and then after you've played this particular strategy you know, multiple times, you'll start seeing lines of how you can attack through and outside of your strategy, how you can open up, you know, gates in your strategy so that you can get your pieces through and stuff like that. And that's kind of like how I feel about this deck. It's one of those decks where you need to actually play it. You need to put some practice in with it so that you can actually see these crazy lines and do stuff. But just playing with Majority Conjecture in this deck actually helped me see this stupid line that we took earlier in the night. Just because I know how powerful this spell really is. So it was a lot of fun. And we're going to play that for you guys very shortly. It is now 9:30. I will try to see you guys or gals back here by about 10 o'clock. So see you in 30 minutes with 5-color control, Rainbow Lich, Rainbow Control. Yeah, it's going to be fun. We'll see you guys back here. I'm Eric. You've been watching Sideboardmtg. See you next time.